Today, I'm going to share my dream for the Arensky Chamber Orchestra with you. Till now, I've only shared that dream with my family and my closest friends, partly because it's so daring and different, partly because it was, until now, just a dream. But you see, today, things are changing. Today, we're launching the St Petersburg, a new ACO experience, and through it, we'll be able to turn that dream into something very real indeed. The St Petersburg is a club which you can join through a monthly membership. In return, we'll create musical experiences above and beyond our regular concerts, just for you. These experiences will inspire you, they'll surprise you, and they'll deepen your love of classical music. They'll be part of your daily life, giving you musical inspiration week in, week out. And through them, you'll get to know us, not as faces on a stage, but as friends. Right, let's say your favourite thing about our concerts is the setting. Intimate, filled with comfy sofas, just the perfect place to relax and hear great music. Well, imagine this, you're heading to an ACO concert tonight. You arrive and settle yourself in a cosy looking armchair somewhere in the room. Next, your friends join you, closely followed by the musicians. Together, you talk, you laugh, and they inspire you with stories about the music. Then they play for you. The connection is incredible. You're so close that you can hear every note. You can see the joy on each of their faces, and you can almost feel the fingers dancing over the strings. But you know what the best thing about this concert is? It's happening in your home. Because you see, one of the experiences we'll be creating for our St Petersburg subscribers is our house concert series. Every 2 months, we'll perform a chamber music recital at someone's home. You'll be able to watch it all live online and even chat to us or ask us questions. There'll be a small ticket lottery, so if you're lucky, you'll get to join us in person. But if you'd like, you could host the real thing, your friends and us live in your home. Now, what if your favourite part of our concerts is actually the live programme note? You love learning about the music and watching us bring each piece to life. Well, for you, there's our Discovery series. You'll wake up one morning and find an invitation to a St Petersburg-only event waiting in your inbox. You'll arrive, hear a recital by an ACO player, and then we'll explore the music for our next big concert together. We'll find out who the composers were and what they really believed in. We'll listen to some of their other great masterpieces and get a feel for their entire creative life. You'll find out what the music really means to you, and then when we're done, we'll grab a drink and get to know each other as friends. Now, I can't wait for evenings like this, but what I'm really looking forward to is how the St Petersburg will just blow open our work to the world. You see, my Aunt Janet, like a lot of my family, lives in the Dominican Republic, and although she always shares our ACO news, although she always wishes me luck before each concert, she never gets to see us live. And you know, she's not alone, so if you're watching this many miles away thinking, yet another ACO experience I'll have to miss out on, think again. Because all St Petersburg events will be available as live and recorded video. We'll use technology at many of them, like Google Hangouts, so you'll be able to talk to us like you're in the room. And as the St Petersburg grows, we'll be able to create an entire online world. Articles that we've written just for you, behind-the-scenes videos that we've recorded just for you, even entire studio albums that we've made just for you. In other words, from now on, with only an internet connection, anyone, anywhere can be part of the ACO. Now, you can find out more about all our St Petersburg creations on our sign-up page, but right now there's something more important we need to talk about, because you see, the best thing about your subscription is that it will creatively liberate the ACO. Through it, we won't have to spend hours writing these fundraising applications that we may never even hear back from. Instead, we'll be free to focus on the music, sustained by the things we've made and the subscriptions people like you pay for them. We won't have to conform or make things safe either, just to try and get approval for those applications. With the St Petersburg, our only creative boundaries will be the limits of our imagination. But best of all, we won't have to start again from scratch after each project is over. No, with the continuous support of the St Petersburg, we'll be able to act again and again, plan years into the future, and for the first time in our history, build something lasting. Now picture this. You're somewhere in East London where you've been sent by a mysterious ACO email. You enter an unmarked warehouse and find yourself in a grimy bedroom with the ACO at its centre. There's a man in the bed, and as the orchestra begins to play, he slips into an uneasy sleep. The first movement ends, so you enter the next room, this one a glittering golden ballroom, and the orchestra joins you, striking up a waltz for the dancers that are inside. This is the ACO's Symphonie Fantastique project. Symphonie Fantastique was Berlioz's first symphony, and it depicts episodes and hallucinations from a troubled young man's life. In this ACO version, each of these scenes is brought to life, and not just in music but in reality, with sets that you can explore and characters you will meet while you listen. Eventually, you find yourself in the fifth and final room of the adventure, a dark, windswept graveyard. The musicians begin to play, and creatures appear from behind the tombstones, the whole thing crescendoing into a wild witches' dance, all with you at its centre. Do you remember the ACO dream I promised I would share with you? Well, it's to have the resources, to have the ability to create projects like that one every single day. And not just for our St Petersburg members, but for everyone. There's Transfigured Night, a mysterious nocturnal journey from sunset to sunrise through music by Mahler, Britten and Schoenberg. There's Isolde reimagined, an adventure through Wagner's epic Tristan and Isolde that starts under the rigging of Tristan's ship and takes audiences out onto the ramparts of King Mark's castle. Now, this may all sound like fantasy, but you see it's not, because there are artists in the world today, from cartoonists to rappers, with 5-figure subscription services. And if we could become one of them, projects like this would only be the beginning. Now, I believe that great music is the food that nourishes our soul. That's why I'm a musician, and that's why 7 years ago I created the ACO, to bring that soul food to as many people as I can and as powerfully as I can. That was 2009, and since then things have changed a lot. Today, technology has completely transformed how we can deliver on that mission. We can now share our entire creative journey with listeners, from our first ideas about the music to that final concert. We can also perform for people live on the opposite side of the world. And we now have the means to bring music to anyone, regardless of whether they can afford a ticket or not. The St Petersburg, then, is not just about creating these extraordinary experiences for you, or even the ACO's economic growth. It's a chance for us, you and I, to embrace these technologies and write the future for classical music. A future where anyone can learn about and experience great music, regardless of their age, prior knowledge or background, and where the joy, the comfort, the courage that this orchestra's performances can give is available to anyone, anywhere. I hope this video has inspired you, and I hope it has empowered you. If it has, I simply ask you this: please join the St Petersburg. Join so that we can create truly personal musical experiences just for you, and so that we can create truly extraordinary musical experiences for everyone, everywhere.